I want to cover the basics of the label templates. There are a few sample templates available on our website's tutorial page. In order to use one of these templates, you'll want to open up one of our sample templates and then create a copy. This new file will be owned by you and reside in your own Google Drive. You can edit the name and save it to the folder of your choice. You will eventually select this document with the Google Picker from your Drive files as part of the process of setting up the template details, which will come later. The label templates are created in a regular Google document, which is the focus of this video. Label templates are different from our document merge templates in that they do not use our column merge markers, but they use numbered label markers. I want to expose how this template is made so you can modify it or create your own templates. This template is for the standard 30 per page adhesive label that you can purchase at any office supply store. There is a single blank line before and after the table that you can use to adjust the top and bottom spacing with the font size if you need to make small adjustments for your printer. The label boxes are made using page size tables and specifying the cell sizing. These label templates are very fickle, and even the small adjustments can break the page setup. You may adjust the templates to your preferences with cell padding, the cell vertical alignment, and of course fonts, sizing, and alignments. But you always want to test with your content to ensure that it fits in your label size. You can see just how showing the table borders has caused this template to flow to the second page. The same will happen if your content is too large. You will want to determine how many lines you can fit into each label. I designed the template to merge only to a single page. This means that if your finished merge document has a second page, then you will want to find the cell or label that has overflowed and broken the intent of the label size. You can then edit the merge document and correct any issues before you print the page. You will want to keep the template in your Google Drive, and I recommend naming the template so that you know it is a template and does not get accidentally deleted. I have one more example of a name tag label template that I recently created. I've enabled the table borders so you can see the layout of the table. You can search the internet to find specs for label templates, which you can use to help set up the page margins. Then you will need to create a table and create the rows and columns to match the cell sizing and the cell spacing in order to resemble the specs. I have found that you need to highlight individual rows and columns and then adjust the table properties to those specific groups of cells. So setting up the table does take some time and thought to create properly. I encourage users to create their own templates to suit their own specific needs. The Label Merge Sidebar is a premium feature that will display a list of label templates that you create for this particular spreadsheet. There are not any pre-installed templates, and any Google document in your Drive can be used as a template. We offer a few sample templates on the tutorial page of our website that demonstrate our numbered label markers that indicate where the selected row merges will happen. You will need to make a copy of our sample templates and save to your own Google Drive. The sample templates we offer are similar to some adhesive labels that were created using tables in the document template. Each table cell has a limited amount of space for the number of lines, the font, and the font size, so it's possible to break the templates by merging too much information into each cell. You can also create your own template and are able to update or change your template at any time. When you create a merge, the Merge Factory will copy the current version of your template, and you will need to always keep your template in Google Drive and not delete it. To create your first document template, click on the Create Document button. This will open up a pop-up dialog where you will enter the details for this label template. The label display name. This is what will be displayed in the template list of the sidebar. This is to help you remember the reason or the purpose of the template. The label template. You will want to click on the Select a File button, and this will pull up the Google File Picker and will only display Google document files from your Drive. With the Google Picker, you can view the grid or the list view, you can sort, and you can also just type into the search box. So it helps sometimes with your file naming to make it easier to find and to avoid deleting your templates. Once you've selected your file, it will display the name of the file and also a link in the so that you can open the file and confirm that that's the correct file that you wanted to select. The label count per page. This will be the maximum number of labels that the template is designed for. The label body. This is the information that will be merged into each label area. It can be plain text, or you can use any of our merge markers. You can see that I'm just using columns A, B, and C, and the enter return to create line breaks. Label save as name. This is the name of the completed merge file as it will be saved in your Google Drive. You can use our merge markers to help identify the newly created file in your drive, or I like to use the date and time markers also. Save to folder. This is not required, but click on the select a folder if you'd like to save the completed merge file to a specific drive folder. If you do not select a file, the completed merge will be saved in the same folder as the document template is in. The included tabs and grids. Select the tabs and grid that this template was designed for. Some templates may be designed for one specific tab, or if your data is fairly standardized in each grid, your template may work for some or all of your grids. You have to select at least one tab or grid. Once all the required fields are completed, then you can click on the Save Document Details button. The template will be saved, and then the Label Merge sidebar will reopen with the most current template information. Now that we have some templates created, let's look at the Label Merge options. The most basic option is to simply select a continuous group of rows. Select a template and then click on the New Label Merge. All of the selected rows will be merged into the new document, with each row information going into the next corresponding label number. When the merge is complete, a link for the document is available in the Result tab and can be opened in a new window. If you have not selected enough rows to completely fill the page of labels, there is also a Fill in Label Merge button. This means you can go through your spreadsheet rows and selectively choose which rows you want to also include in the current document. And one more major merge option is to create several label templates which can now be merged into this existing document for different column information or other tab information. This means that with one label template, you can create multi-tabbed, multi-column personalized label documents with simple row highlighting and template selection. This gives you maximum flexibility in creating and filling in a full page of printable labels. When your new document is full or reaches this label limit, the Fill-in Merge will also advise you to start a new label. The document you created is now ready for printing. Printing to labels is very fickle, so I would check to make sure that your new document has not overflowed onto a second page. If it has, you can still edit individual labels to ensure that the document will print and match your labels. A couple of things to check when you go to print is that the margins are set to 0 and the print scaling is at 100%.